The following segments are pre-recorded and sponsored by Longworth Productions.
Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. Angels of Mercy on Triad Today. Hello everyone, I'm Jim Longworth and welcome to another edition of Triad Today, coming to you from the Kernersville Auto Museum. We'll tell you more about them later on, and later on, so when the roundtable shows up, we'll get into all sorts of controversial topics with them, so stay tuned. Between now and then, some great guests, important information coming your way, including things like fire safety, and just stick with us. You're going to like this show. Hey, where we're going to start, you're going to like this too. 3 Angels of Mercy I'm going to be talking with. On my immediate right, a return guest. We're so glad to see her back. Deborah Barksdale is now Dean of UNCG School of Nursing, and with her, 2 fine students. Isabella Vallis is senior, and Sam Augustine is a nursing student as well. We welcome all of you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Deborah, first of all, congratulations. I had some notes here. You were named the president of the American Academy of Nursing. That's pretty cool. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause on that. What is that? Now, how did that, very quickly, how did that come about, and what does that mean to you?
Well, the American Academy of Nursing is the most prestigious organization in nursing. It's a fellowship organization. If I said American Academy of Medicine, you would know.
Oh, yeah.
So they're the equivalent of that, but on the nurses' side. And because I've been around a long time and done a lot of things, I was elected, and I started my presidency this past October.
That's great. That's great. And it's good for the university, too. A good tie-in there. All right, let's get to this. Deborah, nursing shortage. I don't think anybody denies that it's real. How bad is it? What kind of a shortage are we looking at?
Well, for the state of North Carolina, we hear projections of anywhere from 13,000 to more in the next 7 years. And a lot of that is driven by changes in healthcare, but also more opportunities for women, because nursing has historically been a profession for women, but we're breaking those barriers.
That's right, that's right.
Also, so a lot of people are retiring, and so just changes in the healthcare environment, more opportunities for work.
Well, let me get to these 2 barrier breakers here with us, Isabel and Sam. And same question for both of you. Who or what led you to want to pursue a career in nursing?
For me personally, I always had an interest in women's health, and nursing was a good kind of gateway to get into it, because the nursing field is so vast and there's so many different jobs. Even if you're in just one specialty, women's health, oncology, whatever it is, there's like 1,000 jobs within that.
Right,
so.
Right. Sam, same question.
Yeah, this is a second career for me. I was in the Air Force for 7 years, and I did notice a significant nursing shortage, medical shortage in my travels. And I just looked at them and I'm like, I really wish I knew how to do some of those things to help out here.
How about that?
And I just felt that calling, and UNCG has a terrific VAP program, which really helps us out in getting accepted. And
were there medical professionals at all in your immediate or extended family, either of you?
I have siblings that are doctors, almost all of them, but because of that, I never wanted to go into medicine.
Isabel, anybody
I
you knew?
have none. I'm the only medical person in my family.
Okay, well, that's great. Look, we have a little bit of time left, Deborah. Let me come back to you. We know there's a demand for nurses. How about this particular area? If folks like Isabella and Sam leave UNCG, will there be jobs for them, let's say in the area, and will they be ready to hit the ground running from the training you gave them?
There will absolutely be jobs for them, probably at every institution in the state. I have really close relationships, particularly with the ones here in the Triad, and they're like, bring us more. So they could definitely have a job if they choose.
And it's like with industry and any kind of job, though, the second part of the question is, folks want to know when somebody comes into, oh yeah, they're coming from Deborah's program. Well, that's a pretty good reputation, so that means they're not going to have to do a lot of learning curve, right?
That's correct. I'd like to think that we have one of the best, if not the best, program in the Triad in the state of North Carolina, and we do prepare our nursing students to be practice ready. So that means when they graduate, they're ready to go out and meet the high demands of the profession.
There you go. I'm so proud of these folks here with us and all the folks. Up on screen, uncg.edu is the general website, which will take you to all sorts of portals, including to the School of Nursing. And to Sam and Isabella, thank you in particular for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
I am so
Why
frustrated.
can no one help me?
Waiting
This
is
is a
the
nightmare.
worst. I think it's healthcare is broken.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, we get it.
Really?
Really. That's why we're making healthcare better for all. Starting with you. Yes, you, Daryl. We're making plans easier to navigate by putting your benefits, prescriptions, and details all in one place. Convinced?
No, but it's a start.
We'll take it. Blue Cross North Carolina. Making healthcare better for all. Starting with you.
The world's brightest are Fulbrights, Goldwaters, McNairs, and Spartans. UNCG. Find your way here.
Back now on Triad Today. Let's talk about Randolph County. Let's talk about a new agricultural center. This is a great thing. We're going to learn all about it. Let's introduce you to the gang right here. I'm so glad they could be with us. On my immediate right, we have Jessica Davis, who's environmental educator and support coordinator, Soil Water Conservation District in Randolph County. Lauren Langley is director of cooperative extension service there. Taylor Wright, director of the agricultural center. Good to see you, ladies. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Taylor, I'm going to start with you. Very briefly, what is the Randolph County Agricultural Center?
Sure. So located in Asheboro, also known as the heart of North Carolina.
There you go.
The Randolph County Agricultural Center houses 3 public service departments: North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Randolph County Center, Randolph County Soil and Water Conservation District, and of course the Randolph County Agricultural Center.
Right, and the center itself is pretty much brand new, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It is brand new, and with 3 county services located on the campus, it offers education and resources.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go to Lauren about. And what are some of the programs that'll be offered through there that people want to know about?
Yeah, so we have so many different types of programs that we offer. I do want to let people know a little bit about cooperative extension before I dive into that. So we are a partnership between the land-grant universities and then also county government. So we're part of NC State University and NC A&T University, and we bring research-based information down to the public through consultation work and workshops, conferences, stuff like that. So our key program areas are going to be 4-H youth development. I feel like most people know us for that. Yep. So we have kind of traditional 4-H programs where you look at 4-H clubs, you look at summer camps, things like that. We also do school enrichment, youth livestock with the livestock shows and projects. So we're looking at enhancing kind of that program and offering even more at the Ag Center.
All right. Now, same kind of thing. What kind of things you can offer there?
Yeah, so we do education programming for now. We go out to schools, libraries, after school programs, and then we'll be able to host more in building programs, hopefully, with our new Ag Center.
I've seen it's a big area, and I guess for shows and stuff in there, but then you've got areas for meeting too and that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's some classroom spaces in the resource center, which is like our main office building.
Right.
And then we also have the covered arena and event center.
Taylor, what makes all this so unique? Because people say, well, I've been to some agricultural centers before.
What makes us unique is not only the collaboration between the 3 county public service departments that are housed there, but we also have the event center, which is ideal for banquets, conferences, trade shows, expos, as well as our 24,000 square foot open air arena that is covered. And we have 2 commercial kitchens on site as well as a food hub.
Hey, that's cool. Just a few seconds each of you. Talk about the collaboration that Taylor just mentioned. And what does that mean? How does that work between the 3 agencies?
So I'll start first. So Cooperative Extension and Soil and Water are serving some of the same clientele when it comes to our farmers and our livestock producers. So with some of their programs that they're offering with Soil and Water, we also follow up and help them with consultation work and offering workshops around livestock, field crops, horticulture type topics. So that's a way that we can collaborate a little bit easier, being there together.
Right.
So we can actually do workshops together. And so that kind of makes that unique, being there together on site.
Right. Are the three of you ever there together at one time?
Oh, yes.
All the time.
So you're not just faking something here.
No.
No.
We just have a couple quick seconds left. I want to ask you something personal, 10 seconds each. Why do you like what you're doing?
I'm passionate about agriculture and taking care of our environment. And so through this job, I get to do both and provide a little education.
Same question.
Yeah, so I'm also very passionate about agriculture and educating people and really impacting their lives. So that's what we do in Extension, is we help improve people's lives.
Taylor?
For me, it's all about connection, and the Ag Center is rooted in connection, bringing agencies together and bringing the community together.
I just think that's great. Up on screen, RandolphCountyNC.gov is the general website. It'll take you through all sorts of portals. RandolphCountyNC.gov. Ladies, thanks for being with us, for driving down here, and pick out a car. No, don't do that. You can't have any of the cars in here. No, but thanks for everything you're doing, seriously, for the community and everybody. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you that Triad Today also airs on GTN Spectrum Channel 13 and streams on WFMY Plus, free on Roku and Amazon Fire. Back now on Triad Today. Always a pleasure to spend a few minutes with some of the good folks from Shift Ed who do such good work in helping kids around the area. And with us now, Ebony Burnett. She's Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Shift Ed. Welcome.
Thank you. It's always good to be here.
Oh, it's great to have you. Now, remind us very quickly what the mission of Shift Ed is, and in general, who you serve.
Yeah, so we boldly accelerate student potential. We serve children all throughout the county and support their educational outcomes.
Yeah. And it's not just, a lot of people say, oh, I've heard of Shift Ed. They help with college scholarships and stuff. That's true. But I mean, you're helping kids from knee high all the way up, right?
Yeah, cradle to career. That's our goal.
I love that phrase. Yeah. Now, you emailed me something about, it's called Aligning Resources for Collective Impact. What is that, and why is that important?
Yeah, so Aligning Resources for Collective Impact is an initiative that we have been working on for the past 7 months with about 30 community partners, including our school district, to align on shared goals and outcomes for students in the county. We want to make sure that they are on a trajectory of success and economic mobility.
All right, now you also had emailed me about that there's sort of 4 key issues that you're working on, and I'm going to list the 4 of them and just let you comment briefly on each one so I can understand it. Collaborative education is one of them.
Yeah, so with collaborative education, we are working with our school district as well as with community partners to think about how we can work together to meet the needs of students in the classroom. So bridging the divide between what's happening in school and making sure that our out-of-school time providers, our after-school programs, mentor programs are working well with students. So there's the bridge of the educational continuum for students.
Yeah. All right, another one is workforce pathways.
So we want to make sure that we have equitable pathways for access to workforce experiences for students, when that's starting from as small as kindergarten all the way up to high school.
Yeah, and getting exposed to things like that that maybe they've never thought of before.
Exactly. They're not going to be able to do a career they've never heard of.
Sure.
Right.
Now, access to essentials. Access to essentials. What do you mean by that?
Well, we know that students who are not who are going to school hungry can't learn. So we want to make sure that students have the things that they need to show up to school prepared, ready to learn, to be fed well, to have the resources they need in the classroom to be successful. No child, no person can learn hungry. We want to make sure that all of our students have the resources and access to the things that they need to thrive in the classroom.
It's a tough goal though right now, Ebony, especially depending on, of course, hopefully the shutdown will be gone in a couple of days, but Really, that's a challenge for you, isn't it?
It is. But when a community rallies together, then we can accomplish some amazing things. Look what we did during COVID.
Yeah.
And look what the community is doing now around the loss of SNAP benefits or the holding of those SNAP benefits for now. So our community is rallying around our students, but it's not just food, it's also like school supplies and
absolutely.
clothing. All those things are important too.
Community empowerment was the fourth thing.
Yeah, so that's the whole supporting pillar for all of these strategies. It's giving families their voice, is making sure that families are able to show up in the classrooms, that they are showing up and they are advocating for the things that their students need at the classroom level, the school board level, the state level as well. So we want to make sure that families are engaged in the classroom and have a voice in our, we can't change these systems without bringing in the people who those systems are, who are most impacted by those systems.
Well, absolutely. And just use your crystal ball. What's the next step for all this?
Yeah, so we'll have a launch of the full strategy in December. And then from there, we'll be having some learning tours throughout the community. So going to neighborhood associations, going to Rotary clubs, and sharing these goals with them to talk about how they can plug in and get involved with this work.
We have a few seconds left. I ask you a personal question.
Yes.
What gratification do you get out of your job?
Gosh, I love working for children and families. It's what I've been doing for a very long time, and it is fun. It is fun work. But then when I see community partners and community members understanding the value of working with children and meeting children's need, that gives me fuel to my fire and just makes me just happy to see the work being done for our children.
Well, I just think what you're doing is great. Up on screen, shifted.org is the main website, shifted.org. Please check that out. Ebony, keep up the good work, my friend.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always.
We'll be right back after this.
I got free meals. What do you mean? No, seriously, how much did you pay us? I didn't pay anything. I learned how to cook all of these fresh foods that were delivered to my house. Everything in that grocery bag that's fresh, I had a recipe for it, and I know how to cook. It encouraged us to eat better, to shop better, make better decisions.
Back now on Triad Today. Always glad when we can talk with some of the folks who work so hard behind the scenes to keep things going in the city of Winston-Salem and helping to improve quality of life. On my far right, our good buddy Pat Pate, City Manager of Winston-Salem. Pat brought his own special guest who's next to me. Trey Mayo is Chief of the Winston-Salem Fire Department. Good to see y'all.
Hey, thank you. Good to be here.
Pat, let me start with you. Just in general, a lot of things have been going on with the fire department. What are some of the vital services they provide?
Well, the fire department, we have an excellent fire department in the city. They're responding to all fire calls. They respond to all emergency calls. They're basically the lifeline for folks that have an emergency. When you have that 911 call and you're looking for somebody to come help, these guys are there.
And it's not always fires. I mean, it's people who, in emergency situations before an ambulance can get there.
Many more emergency situations than actual fire calls.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the chief could tell you. And we're really proud of the department because they're accredited. They have an ISO 1 rating, one of the few departments in the country that can claim both of those.
Trey, you guys sent me an email. It might have been Pat that sent me an email about a program called BEAR, BEAR, the BEAR program. What does that stand for? What's it about?
Yeah, so BEAR stands for Behavioral Evaluation and Response, and we stood that team up in spring of 2022 because of community calls for an alternative to law enforcement response to behavioral health emergencies. So the BEAR team is embedded in the fire department, and it's a group of 11. They are peer support specialists. They're trained as social workers, et cetera, to help get Winston-Salem residents who are in a mental health crisis connected with resources.
But you're working, I mean, with the fire departments, working with the police and everybody to make this happen, though, right?
Yeah, so it is not uncommon to be at the scene of an emergency, and the EMS will be there, fire will be there, police will be there, and the BEAR team will be there.
Not to put words in your mouth, but is this also a way of, let's say somebody has a mental health emergency, instead of just traditionally what used to happen is that they get arrested, cuffed, they're taken off. Maybe the BEAR team is helping with that, right?
Or they get taken to the emergency room and they don't need to be in jail, and they don't need to be at the emergency room. They need to be connected with resources to help them through that crisis.
I got
So
you.
that's what the Bear team does.
What kind of feedback are you getting so far on this?
Almost 100% positive feedback about what they do. And the fact, they're keeping folks out of jail. They are freeing up law enforcement officers' time. They're freeing up paramedics' time. They're freeing up firefighters' time. They're, keeping folks from occupying beds in the emergency department for what is really not truly a medical emergency.
What a great service. Look, I'd be remiss, get yelled at by everybody if I don't ask you something to do with the holidays coming up. Fire safety, fire prevention, any tips that you might want to give about fire safety around the holidays?
Well, surely. Thanksgiving is the #1 day in America for cooking fires. Christmas is #2. Cooking fires still account for, depending on the year, somewhere between 1/2 and 2/3 of all residential fires in America start on the cooktop. So,
wow.
The standard fire service mantra is never leave your cooking unattended.
Yeah.
Do not get distracted by the phone call, the baby, the text message, doorbell ring, whatever, and forget that you have something on the stove. And the other thing is we have these nice slick, I'm rubbing this table because it's a finish that reminds me of modern cooktops, not induction. An induction cooktop won't heat up a pizza box, but these slick glass top kind of traditional electric stoves, that is not an extension of your countertop. That is a cooking surface. It is not where you come in and put down your mail, your groceries, your package that you picked up off the porch, et cetera, et cetera.
Gotcha.
If you're not cooking on it, it needs to be clear.
Pat, I know, just to close out, I know you're proud of what these guys are doing.
Absolutely. They do a tremendous job, and I think the chief could talk for an hour on all the various ways people need to take care and be careful with their frying their turkeys or whatever.
Oh, we really, you're right. We could actually probably do a whole hour just on everything, fireplaces and everything else. But I'm going to put up a website as I do that, cityofws.org. And through the main website, you can also get a portal to the fire department, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
Learn
good.
about hiring and all of the programs that we offer.
Trey, thanks for everything you're doing.
Absolutely.
Good
Thanks
to meet
for having
you.
me. Good
Thank
to meet
you, Pat.
All right.
We'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you to catch my column Longworth at Large and Yes Weekly every week. It's available throughout the Triad, or you can go online, yesweekly.com. Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. Back now on Triad Today, just about time for the roundtable, but a quick shout out to the good folks here at Kernersville Auto Museum. It's free to come out here and see these great cars. A lot of history here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's all free. Please do that. All right. Before we do the introductions here, Red Cross tells me there's a real shortage of blood right now. Let me read this. The lowest number of people giving blood in 20 years. It's kind of a crisis. So give the gift of life, will you? Oh, I have 3 gifts for you folks at home right now. On my right, but always political left, Ogie Overman is with us, the great broadcaster Rosemary Plymouth. Keith Granberry is here, founder of Helping Hands Consultants. All right, here we go. New Mexico just became the first state in the nation to offer free child care to any family, regardless of income. Guys and gals, would you like to see North Carolina offer free child care? Can we afford to do it? Can we afford not to? Ogie.
I think we need to. I saw some data that suggests that it helps the overall economy. It plows money back into the economy as well as helping individual families. So I think it's a great idea.
My question is, where are we going to find the people to teach it? I mean, who's going to step up and so many, we're going to have to work with the families to maybe do some sharing, childcare sharing among families, because I just don't know that the teachers are there.
Mr. Granberry, will it fly?
No, but I think you should, but based on income. I don't think you should give it to everyone. I think it should be based on a certain income, and I think that you should fund the child care service programs to find teachers.
All right, porch piracy is now a growing problem in our nation. So a lot of homeowners are now doing, you've probably seen this on the internet, they're booby-trapping boxes with exploding paint in order to punish these criminals. Now the problem is here in North Carolina, for example, setting booby traps on your own property is a Class 1 felony, which means you can go to prison and you can still get sued by the thief for damages. Here's the question, would you like to see the law changed to allow homeowners to booby-trap their property? Okay.
I had to booby trap I kept getting my Obama sign stolen one year, and I dumped a cat litter box down under there under the sign, and it didn't get stolen anymore.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't think it's a booby trap, but it was effective.
It's a cat trap. What do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, just do better, people. Don't take people's things off their porches. And you're going to get off my porch, toilet paper.
Keith, I've had neighbors say, "Can you get the box for me?" And it could be a child picking it up, and do you really want to make it okay to booby trap?
Well, I mean, trespassing can cause you great harm. I mean, you can get hurt trespassing, not just booby trap. So I don't think we need to change the laws, but I think that people need to understand the danger in trying to steal other people's property.
Forsyth Tech just revived its basketball program after a 25-year absence. Now, I think that's great for the guys that are playing, but here's a general question. Given frequent budget cutbacks for higher education across the board, are you guys okay with community colleges funding sports programs? Ogie.
I definitely am, Jim. I don't know if there's a cause and effect, but when I was at Jamestown, GTCC started both a basketball and a baseball program.
Okay.
And look where they're at now with the aircraft mechanics and culinary and nursing. I mean,
so you're for it?
I'm absolutely for
Rosemary.
it. 100% for it. I think athletics drive enrollment. It gives opportunity to students who might not even think that a college is in their future. And so if you drive enrollment, you're growing your programs and you're growing your bottom line.
Mr. Granberry.
Absolutely. And it also gives people who aren't able to go to college, a regular college, an opportunity for a second chance. So I think it's a great opportunity, and I do think it helps school spirit. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. The Winston-Salem Journal and Greensboro News and Record are owned by the same large corporation, Lee Enterprises. Now, I have no problem with the local folks. They're great. Diamond Kendrick Holmes, they do a great job. But it's a big corporation making these decisions. So earlier this month, they decided we're not going to publish on Mondays anymore. And that's for both papers. Now, if you count in the holidays that they don't publish on, that's 60 days a year. That's like 2 months of no paper, but they're keeping the subscription rate the same. Guys, are you okay with a paper doing that? Ogie?
Jim, it don't even matter anymore. It just breaks my heart. I'm an old ink-stained wretch. I grew up with papers, and I love them, and it's just dead. There's no good answer. They're dead.
Yeah.
It's
Rosemary.
It's disappointing for sure. And and not only the subscription rates, I would guess ad rates are the same or higher.
Right.
And so that's a tough sell. And the online ads, they're not as visible as the ones on paper. That's for sure.
Yeah. So you're getting almost 2 months less papers for the same price, Keith.
Well, I hate that the newspaper is going away, but it is, and that's reality. But also some of the black newspapers, like the Chronicle.
The Chronicle went under.
Yeah, the Chronicle. So it's a lot of, the newspaper industry is basically dead. Yeah.
Bothers me. It bothers me. Okay. All right. Ending on a nice note, I guess this is nice. In honor of Thanksgiving, Nabisco is offering Oreo cookies flavored with turkey and gravy. Guys and gals, do you plan to purchase turkey-flavored Oreo cookies? Ogie.
That's not a nice note to me. That's just gross. That's horrible. Who would do that?
Rosemary.
We'll probably buy a box just to
You're going to try it?
Yeah.
Keith, you going to try some turkey-flavored Oreos?
Why don't they, in honor of Thanksgiving, give food banks money so they can feed some people? Let's do that instead of these
They're making more money.
turkey-flavored cookies.
Yeah, I think
really? That's what we're doing?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we can pass that out to the homeless, right?
Flavored turkeys,
okay.
I know. All right. Anyway, that's all the time we have. Oh, except for this. Last week, on a sad note, the Farmer's Almanac announced that after 208 years of making predictions, they're going to go out of business.
Wow.
The publisher said, who would have seen this coming? See, he makes predictions.
You're right.
I'm going to go get some Oreos. We'll see you next week.